What's going on, everybody? Gill Daddy here. Figured I'd make a quick little video for you guys today because I'm driving and I had nothing else better to do. And I'm actually on my way to do something that I do every week that most of you probably don't know that I do. Get your mind out of the gutter. Well, I'll just give you a brief rundown on kind of where we're at and what we're doing. We're not doing eBay anymore, of course. I do a little bit. Every now and then I'll list something on there. You know, if I've got a $100 item or something, I just want to list it, I'll put it on eBay. But other than that, we're not really selling on eBay. We're still doing our PL business, which is private label, for those of you that don't know, which is basically ordering products from manufacturers and creating a brand and coming out with their own line of products and selling them on Amazon. It's just been an amazing business, and I look at like my old videos and what we used to do, and I remember just, you know, to make $60,000, $70,000 a year from selling junk online was like wow to me. And now I look back to that and I'm like, I can't believe what we're doing today. You know, the internet is just amazing to me. You can make money in so many different things. It really, really confuses me when some people out there say they can't do an online business, because there's so many ways to make money online, not just eBay, Amazon, but I mean Shopify, I mean affiliate marketing and drop shipping. I mean, there's just so many ways to make money online. I even seen people that were actually outsourcing work. They would hire like a team of VAs from the Philippines, and usually you pay them like $2-3 an hour, and they would train them and they would outsource all their jobs in all these markets like Fiverr and places, and all they would do basically is procure the work and give it to their people, and they were making money. And it's just crazy how much money you can make online. And I know that not everybody can be an entrepreneur. I think that's the downfall of a lot of people. I've seen it time and time again. I see people that just can't make it work. They're not self-disciplined enough. And I know once they quit, they always say, well, you know, it was this circumstance and that circumstance. And you guys all know how I feel about circumstances and situations and things like that. They're able to be changed. But sometimes you just got to look inside yourself and figure out and blame yourself. You know, just say, this is my fault. I'm not working enough. I'm not doing this enough. I'm not doing that enough. And if you really look at yourself, you figure out that most of the time it's you. I mean, most of the time you're the reason why things aren't working out for you online. I think one of the best things about, you know, our journey and where we're going and stuff is that the lifestyle is just so different from the norm. You know, the lifestyle is not to say that I'm living some extravagant lifestyle and going to Hawaii every weekend or anything like that. You know, it's the fact that I can, if I want to. It's the fact that I can go on a vacation anytime I want. You know, I could fly somewhere. I could. My schedule is completely open. It just allows us to spend more time with our kids, to go to every football game, cheerleader practice. When we need to do something, we don't have to schedule around a work schedule because we have so much more free time. And that's not to say that I don't work, because I do. Everybody has to work, and if I didn't work, I would seriously get bored. I mean, I'm just one of those people where I have to have things to do every day. And in my business, it's not hard work, but it's maintenance, and it's adding new products and adding, you know, keeping inventory stocked, talking back and forth with suppliers, sending emails, making sure that shipments are going to the places where they're supposed to go, things like that. But after that, what's great is I don't have to ship packages anymore. I don't have to do any of that stuff anymore, which when I did eBay, it's not hard work, right? It's actually a pretty easy job just to ship packages and clean. But after a while, you start realizing, you know, this is not a business that I can do when I'm 70, 80 years old. I'm not going to be out there digging to find stuff just to make the next dollar. So this has been something that we did because we wanted something that was more scalable, something to where, I mean, you can get into the millions of dollars range, and not just have that cap of $100,000 a year or $80,000 a year or whatever, but to grow beyond that. I think eBay and Amazon and the whole finding stuff, it's kind of that first step. You know, it's that first step that you take, and then if you want bigger and better things, then you can move on into more stuff on e-commerce, you know, whatever it may be. So other than that, we're actually getting a house built right now. You know, I'm getting a big shop. all that kind of stuff. That way I can have my warehouse. I do still use a warehouse for some back stock things I don't want Amazon to store, because I order like a lot of it and I don't want to pay the monthly storage fee over there, so I hold on to it, and then when I need to send things into Amazon, I send things into Amazon. So where am I going today? Well, I'm actually heading over to a float chamber place. I try to go once a week. Sometimes I go twice a week. What it is, if you don't know what it is, it's basically a chamber that's filled with salt water. So it has like 800 pounds of salt dissolved into the water. They keep it a certain temperature, so it's your body temperature. And it looks like I'll show it to you guys here in a little bit, but it looks like a big coffin, I guess. And you go in, usually you breathe some oxygen for a little bit out the oxygen bar, and then you go into your little private room, you lock the door, you take a shower, and then you put earplugs in, and you get into this, you open the door, you get into this water, you lay there for whatever time you go. A lot of times, most of the time I go for 2 hours. It sounds like a long time, but when you're in there, you're basically meditating, and I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can just lay there and think if you want, but I mean, usually I try to meditate, focus on breathing, just collecting my thoughts, getting rid of the chatter in my head, and it's very quiet. There's no light, there's no sound, because you have earplugs in. They can only hear your breathing and your heartbeat. After a while, it gets so quiet, you can just hear your heart thumping. So it's some weird stuff, right? And some of you guys watching this are going, Gill Daddy, that's really weird. Didn't know Gill Daddy was that weird. I'm pretty weird, okay? But if you've never done any sort of meditation, or you've never continuously done any sort of meditation routine, then you really have no idea what I'm talking about. And until you try it, until you do it and see things getting better in your life, or in your body and your mind, you really won't know what it does. But what does meditation do for you? That's the big question, right? What does it actually do? Is it just some mumbo jumbo, or what does it do? Well, you can research it yourself online, just to maybe some meditation practices. You can do 2 minutes of meditation a day, 4 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, or 2 hours like I do. But the float chamber gives you the perfect atmosphere, because your body floats on the water. That's why they call it a float tank. And you have no sensation. Basically, it's your body's not really touching anything. It's touching the water, but you're floating. And it's a body temperature. So after a while, you really don't even feel the water. And then you can get into that real deep meditative state and quiet all the noise and chatter in your mind. What does it do for you? What meditation will do for you, it depends on you, but what studies have shown is that people who meditate, what it does is it gives you more self-esteem, it gives you more focus, it makes you more creative, and this is when you do it on a regular basis. It's not you meditate for 2 minutes and you go, I don't feel nothing. You have to do this on a regular basis. It allows, and they've shown brain waves when people are meditating, everything quiets down, everything gets quiet and calm, and you're able to, I guess, resort your brain. I don't know what it's doing, but all I know is it works. They've shown it decreases your stress. For me, it really, what it does is it makes me more focused on my objectives, my goals. It makes me rethink things sometimes, things that are bothering me. It also causes me to be more creative, because I'm always trying to find new products and products that will be profitable for our business. So it makes me more creative, and it normally just makes me really not care about stuff anymore. You know, usually after I get out of the float tank, I feel very light and like kind of lightheaded, almost like I took a hit of weed, you know. But things just seem to not bother you. You know, it really takes away a lot of frustration, stress. It allows you to be laser targeted without distraction. So if I get out of the float tank and somebody slams on their brakes in front of me, I don't get upset, I don't get angry. Most of the time, I don't even want to listen to music. I just enjoy looking around and feeling calm. So if you guys have some sort of float place around you, there's a lot of them around the country. You can go and try it out. It usually, depending on where you're at, it costs different amounts. and then you can go for an hour, hour and a half, try it out. One thing I'll tell you is that after about 15-20 minutes, time just doesn't exist anymore. It kind of, without sound, without light, without feeling, time just goes by so quick. You don't even know how long you've been in there. And then by the time the music comes on to let you know it's time to get out, you're thinking, wow, has it really been 2 hours, or has it really been an hour and a half? But if you know who like Joe Rogan is, he talks about the float chambers. I think he even has one. I don't know. But originally that's where I first heard about it. And I think I seen a Simpson episode where they talked about it. Some people like go in there and they leave their eyes open and you'll see like weird visuals. I'm actually almost to the place. I'll show you guys the float tank and you guys will see how creepy it is. So if you guys seen some of my recent videos, you know I'm all about mindset, about you know, I really do believe, especially after seeing people that have the same knowledge and same information, but one person will do really well with it and the other people won't. I really come to realize that a reason why a lot of people fail, it's not because of any outside thing, it's not because of the information, it's not because of location. Normally, it's because they just don't have what it takes inside. And so I'm always focusing on more of myself, because I know if I can get myself focused, if I can get myself to the point to where I want to work, I'm just laser focused at a certain goal or task, that's when things get better for me. Those are the times I get good products coming in. Those are the times my business grows. Those are the times I make more money. And most people don't understand that. Most people don't understand that it's the person. It's the person that makes things happen, not the knowledge, not the circumstance, not the luck, not any of that. That's why time and time again you see these people that are just winners, right? They're just always, no matter what they do, they're good at it. No matter what business they start, it just goes good for them. Not to say they never fail. They're just the people that make a success out of the failures. And why? It's because they have the right mindset. It's because they have what it takes inside to make things happen in their lives or in their business. So meditation is just one of those things. You guys know I like to read a lot of books. I like to study, try to improve myself so things in my life will get better. But anyways, I just got here, so let's go ahead and go inside. I'll show you the float tank, and you guys can decide if you want to go try it out. Why not, right? All right, guys, so I am here inside Drop of Calm. So if you live in the Idaho area, come down to Drop of Calm. There's their phone number if you want to call and chit chat with Corey.
How's it going?
So I'm sitting here this is the oxygen bar, and so I got some oxygen on my face right now. And then here in a little bit I'm gonna go back there to the float tank and I'll show you guys what it looks like, and you can see how creepy it really is. Alright, so I am in the float room here, and this is the tank I was telling you guys about right here. And you can take a shower right there, and then when you're done you put your earplugs in. There's Vaseline if you have some open cuts, because salt will burn them, and some towels and washcloths. And I'll open this up for you guys. And it's a little dark, so you won't be able to see much in there, but you can see there's water in there, and it goes back all the way to the back right there. And it's really warm and humid in here, so, but that's it. You go in, lay back, and let the journey begin. So I'll see you when I come back out. All right, guys, well, that was my float. I just got out back in the car. 2-hour float, and feel really mellow. Well, some of you may try it, and some of you may go, that's weird, I won't do that. Some of you might think it's scary. I tried to get my mom to go with me one time. She's like, no, that's scary, that's scary. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, you do get in the tank naked, completely naked. And then once you're done with your float, you get out, you take a shower, and you rinse all that salt water off. Otherwise your body would be all like crusty with salt when the water dries. So you don't want that. Another thing is if you go to the gym and you work out, because it's all Epsom salt, it actually is good for your muscles, sore muscles, faster recovery time. I go to the gym a lot, so I get sore, and if I go to do a float, my muscles feel a lot better because they're like soaking in Epsom salt. Or if you have sore back and things like that, it also helps for that too. So lots of great stuff about it. I love it. It definitely keeps me more mentally here and focused, I guess. And maybe you guys will like it too. And if you guys don't want to go float, just try a simple meditation. Go online, try like an introductory to meditating, and what you'll find is you'll be a happier, more focused person, less stressed out, less irritable, and an overall happier person. So guys, that's what we've been up to, and that was my journey to the float tank today. And and until I decide to put up another video, I guess we'll see you next time. Later, guys.